everybody, and welcome to the Katie Weaver Show. This is Katie. I'm your host. I'm so happy to be here. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. I hope that you're getting through the old full moon hangover. Can we call it that? I think we can fairly safely call it that. I wonder how you slept last night. I'm curious to know. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But a few bits of housekeeping here. I do want to let you know that I'm over in the chat room, and you can find that by heading over to 12radio.com. Click on the chat button, and you'll be redirected into the Facebook chat. If you haven't joined before, Scott is standing by, and he will gladly let you in the room. So that's how to do it. Easy enough. So you'll find my banner at the top of the page. That's where we are chatting. And that's a good place for you to come hang out, because I am going to be doing some readings from the chat room today. So I love to see you guys there so that I can read it for you, right? That's what I do. So definitely come see us in there. I also want to let you know that I am live streaming this event via Facebook Live in the chat room. So if you'd rather watch it than listen to it, that's how you do that as well. If you are listening to an archive or a replay, and by the way, if you're listening live, it is the 18th of June at 11 a.m. Pacific. So that's the official time. If you're live, if you're here, that's when the live show is airing. If you want to come back later and watch the live stream, it will be uploaded to my YouTube channel over at Domestic Mystic on YouTube. So easy enough. There's the housekeeping. Some of it, actually. I've got some fun things to tell you guys about today, so I'm very excited to dive into it and tell you. So I want to get into the chat room here. I'm like the last one to show up in there today. Sorry about that. You know how it is. I live with my producer, and I drive him crazy because I'm always ready at the last minute. And I don't know why I have to be like that. It's very irritating, I know. It's just who I am, I guess. So, sorry to him, and thanks for putting up with me, right? Okay, whatever. And happy Father's Day to Scott as well. Such a fantastic dad. To his kids and all of his softball kids, all of the girls that he's coached over the years that love and adore him. Lots of happy Father's Days from them as well. Alrighty, so we're going to have some fun today. I mean, come on. We always have fun, right? I think so. I do. I hope you guys do. But today I have something fun planned. I have in front of me 4 decks that hail from 1-2 people. So I have Mo Tarot. I have Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield. I have Sweary Spirituality by Kelly McLean. And I have the Energy Oracle deck by Christy Brower. And I'm going to use those 4 decks to pull cards to give you guys readings today. And so if you're in the live stream, this will be funner for you because I'll show you the card so that you can get a chance to see it. I just think it's really fun to use, my colleagues' stuff every once in a while and have some fun with it. So we'll do all of our regular segments today, but that's what I'm going to do. So if you would like a reading from those cards, make sure that you pop into the chat room and let me know, because that's what I will have to do. That's what I'll have to do. Okay. Yes. Jennifer says, a full moon hangover and emotional mosh pit. Yes. Yes. That, that being from the daily reading from yesterday, I had said we were definitely in an emotional mosh pit, and oh my God, were we? Yes. It's a little bit better today, actually. Today feels more magical, which means you should probably get thyself outside. It would be a great idea to go check it out. This would be a really good day to just sit in nature a little bit, let the nature spirits play a little bit. This is the kind of day that is. So I hope that this is the kind of day that you can enjoy the energy a little bit better. And some of you probably really did well and thrived in the full moon. I don't want to take that away from you. You may have. Some people do, right? You're weirdos. You are weirdos, but it's all right. I'm not mad. I'm just kidding. I actually usually thrive in the full moon, but the last two have been a little bit more emotional for me. And it's true that I'm a Cancer, so I tend to be a little watery at times. Only once in a while. Don't ask anyone I live with. But, yeah. But at any rate, this full moon, yeah, it's the last two. The one we had last month was pretty big for me as well. I'm going to throw a little link up in the chat room. If you're chatting with us, you'll see this. It is a link to... Maybe I am. Come on, Facebook. There we go. It's a link to the daily reading. I just wanted you guys to take a peek at it. If you don't receive the daily reading, if you do, maybe you already saw it today and you're good to go, but I'm going to read it to you. So this is the reading I send out every single day. There is magic in the air today. Pay attention to the activity of winged things. Birds, butterflies, and dragonflies may be lining up to connect with you. Watch for synchronicities, license plates, and songs on the radio for more signs of love from the universe. So it's one of those kinds of days, which I so love. So certainly you can see that there in the chat. But I also want to let you know that you can subscribe to receive my daily reading if you don't already. You can head over to katie-weaver.com, and if you scroll right below the video there on the homepage, you can subscribe to that. And if you do, what you will receive is you'll get 7 emails from me a week with the daily reading, and you'll get 1 email a week with the Facebook, my gosh. It's not Facebook, it's me. You'll get 1 email a week with Luminous Magazine. So I will send it all to you. And I would love to send it to you guys if you want them. I really like the daily reading. I get a ton of feedback on it from people that go, wow, that is exactly what I needed to hear today, or that's totally what I'm working on. So it may be of benefit to you. You can decide. So I did put a link in the chat room too if you want to subscribe to that. And I promise I would never in a million share your stuff or, do anything that wasn't way up high on that ethical horse, because that's where I want to be. And so your email is safe with me, I promise. And I store it with Constant Contact, and they are very safe as well. So you should be all bueno. Yeah, lots of you guys saying that sleep has been totally weird for the last few nights. I actually slept super good Sunday night, and I was like, wow, on a full moon night too, okay. And then last night, no. I don't think Scott finally came to bed till 3 or 4, and our animals were restless all night. I got up a little after 4, and one of the kids was on the couch. Scott's pig was laying in his chair where she never sleeps. It was just a weird night for everybody. Anyway, good. I'm seeing lots of messages here in the chat, so I do want to pull some cards for you guys. This is going to be really fun. So very good. I hope you guys did something fun this weekend, by the way. This summery energy to me feels like we're going to just totally waste it if we don't find a way to have some fun with it. Gots to have some fun. That's kind of what I'm all about, honestly. But we don't always get it, but I'm trying really hard. Okay. Let's go ahead. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at Luminous. Sorry, that little internal battle I'm having. All right, so Luminous Magazine. We're going to take a peek at it. I'll throw up a link in the chat room, but you can also find it just by heading over to katie-weaver.com. Click on the Katie's Magazine button, and you can click right on the cover. So that's the way to find it. If you're not in the chat room with us, I put all new art in this week, and I really love it. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think of it. I am in love. I've discovered all of this, some avenues for art that I didn't know existed. And so, because I do everything the hard way, and by trial by fire or learning as I go or whatever, but I have found so much cool art lately that I've been able to incorporate in Luminous, and it makes me so happy. So let's take a peek. All right, so the most exciting thing I want you guys to know is that next week is my birthday giveaway show. I'm so excited. So next Monday actually is my birthday on the 24th. So the 25th will be the day that I do my big birthday giveaway show. So if you've been listening to me for years, you know what that means. It means that in the show, I'm going to have a ton of fun. I'm going to show you and talk to you about some of my favorite things, and I'm going to give some things away. So everybody will receive something, right? I always give something that everybody gets, so you can be sure that you will receive that. But I'm also going to give away some other stuff, and I'm not sure yet. I've been musing. I think I'm going to actually give away a few t-shirts. We've been having a lot of fun with a new vinyl cutter and making t-shirts with inspirational sayings, and I thought that would be so much fun. Like I could choose winners, you know, like draw for winners. I don't do that, by the way. Christy will do that, or Scott will do that for me during my show. But then I'll tune in to you and decide what inspirational saying I think your t-shirt should have, and I'll make it for you and send it to you. So I think I'll do 2 or 3 t-shirts. I know I'm going to give away 5 of my manifesting candle kits. So I'll be doing several of those. I might send out some essential oils. I might send out some crystals. I thought I would try to talk Scott into making a nice piece of jewelry for somebody. He will. He's nice like that. So anyway, it's just a fun show. And I'm way excited to be able to do it. So I do hope that you guys can come. So that will be, of course, next week. That'll be on the 25th of June at 11 a.m. Pacific right here on 1-2 Radio. So you can't win if you're not here. You've got to be in the chat room. That's how we'll draw and decide. And above all of that, of course, 2 of you will win readings from me. So 10 to 15 minute readings, something like that. So that's all happening next week. And I'm so excited. This is one of the highlights of my birthday, to be totally honest with you guys. I love the birthday giveaway show. It's like Oprah metaphysical style, but nobody wins a car. Pretty much. That's what it's all about. All right. This edition of the magazine I called the Sorry Not Sorry edition. Because what I'm seeing is with quite a few people feeling like they have got to be themselves. They've got to make decisions that make sense for them. They have got to do what they have to do. And maybe they just need to not be that sorry about it, right? So sorry, not sorry. Don't be sorry. All right. Okay, in Katie's memoirs, I'm talking a little bit about something fun I have going on this weekend. So it is Pride this weekend in a local community near us, and we are going, my sisters and I'm making us t-shirts that say free mom hugs. And I'm not gonna lie, I saw this on the internet and I thought it was such a dang good idea that we're doing it. Because here's what I know. I know plenty of LGBTQ people who have been ostracized from their families, who no longer have a mom in their life. And that just makes me heartsick. So we were talking about how we could make our own free mom hug t-shirts and wear them to Pride and just hand out as many mom hugs as we possibly can. So that's the plan. I'm very, very excited about it. So I even put our graphic. That's the graphic that we're going to use. I actually made that, believe it or not, but maybe you believed it. I don't. I did do it, however, but anyway, and I ordered vinyl in rainbow. So rainbow vinyl. I'm sure you'll see plenty of pictures of us online in these. We're so excited. We're ridiculously excited, right? Anyway, so free mom hugs on the way. I'm sure I'll be back to report. All right, in our crystal guidance this week from Christy, she is talking about Rainbow Moonstone. Rainbow Moonstone supports moon energy, supports the ebb and flow of change, and balances the aura. She also pulled us a card from her energy oracle deck, and it is Luna this week. Well, duh, right? Luna. The moon, feminine energy cycles, ebb and flow, change, and the aura. The challenge is avoiding emotions, digging your heels in, and being hyper rational. We've all been guilty of that. Okay, I've been guilty of that. Digging my heels in anyway. I can be stupidly stubborn. I can be stubborn to the point that I cut off my own nose. I have no problem doing that. It's ridiculous. The crystal is Rainbow Moonstone. And the meditation, Dear Luna, please connect me to the energy of the moon, guiding me to allow change in my life. Love it. Kai's Kaleidoscope. Her article this week is called The Ladybug Lesson on Patience, and I loved it. I loved what she said about ladybugs. I absolutely adore them. We have tradition in our town at our farmers market in June, and it was this last weekend, that they have an enormous ladybug release. There you go. I wanted to say escape really bad. It is kind of an escape. Anyway, they order a ton of ladybugs, and they let all the kids help gather up and release these ladybugs out to help with the environment and with the gardens and things. It's so cool. Whenever I see a ladybug, I'm just happy inside because I love them. Ladybugs are cool. But I loved what she said about ladybugs in general. She shared a little poem about ladybugs that I had never considered this. The poem is, or it's a song, Ladybug, ladybug, fly away home. Your horse is on fire and your children will burn. Except little Nan, who sits in a pan, weaving gold laces as fast as she can. We've all heard it, right? We've all said it. We've all sung it, right? But do you know what it means? She has a very interesting interpretation of it, and I loved it. So thank you, Kai. You always make me think. All right, the tip of the week is to build an ancestor altar. This is a great time of year to honor those who came before you. All times of year are a great time of year for that, right? Okay. Simply set aside a shelf or the top of a dresser to assemble a sacred place of remembrance. You may choose to place photos, special items, books, candles, crystals, and anything else that helps you honor their memory. Take a moment each day to offer your love and gratitude for their timeless love and influence over your life. I love the ancestor altar, and I think sometimes when you are really missing your loved ones, this is a great thing to do, to build a little ancestor altar or refresh the one that you already have. All right, Dr. Elisa says, examine all the I should and the I should not messages that rule your life. Do they reflect someone else's needs and desires? I loved this article. It really made me think about, for me, because of my upbringing, I've made no secret that I was raised in the Mormon church, the LDS church, and in that religion, and all religions, but this is my personal experience, that the judgment of others runs very deep because of the need to, I think, I don't know, be more godly than others or something. I don't know. There's a real element in that church of policing one another to, and it's in this supposedly godly way because it's your job to elevate your brother, blah, blah, blah. We don't have to go into all of that. But I have even, I'm nearly 42 and I've been out of that church for nearly 20 years. And I don't know why every once in a while I will still have some glitch in me, something come up, and I know why. It's just old core beliefs that are coming to the surface, they're clearing. I get to have a spotlight on them so I can clear them, but every once in a while one comes up that I go, ooh, why did I think that? I don't feel like that. But it is those core beliefs. So I really appreciated Elisa's article because it just made me think about where that stuff comes from, what I really do or don't want for myself or for my kids, and how I move forward. So I think we can all take a little piece of that, and it helps, I think, all of us to set ourselves free from beliefs that maybe weren't ours in the first place, that are still holding us hostage. So thank you. Our weekly cosmic strip from Elizabeth Lindsay. I love it. It is a picture of Angel Beth. She is standing in a turret, and the bricks all around her are all of the things that have helped to build her, all of the things that she is. And I love it. It says Queen. Just because they don't see the crown doesn't mean it isn't there, right? Damn right. Thank you, Elizabeth. I loved it. The Magic Monday message from Melissa Caprio. Something very magical can happen when you read a good book. Dang straight. Hopefully you have some fun summer reading going on. This Intuitive Life by Chris Ann Morgan, talking about pulling the card of the Fool and what it means to her. and how you can use the Fool to your benefit. All right, Taya's Soundscapes. This is a video of her giving her chakra scopes for the week. It's awesome. I highly appreciate it. Heart Awakenings with Jenny is actually a little replay. This was a really great article though, so I hope that you do read it if you didn't last week. It's great. She's on a big tear right now. She's on a really fun adventure. Hopefully we'll get to hear more about that when she gets back home, but she's on quite the road trip, basically just gathering up magic wherever she goes. So great. Hello, Trisha. It's so good to see you here. Our collective daily messages, of course, coming from Laurie Light. I'll just give you the message for today. She says, let your heart lead you through the darkness. Keep thinking about where you would love to be. Yes, always moving forward, right? Always setting goals. Anita and the Masters, she brings us the sun god Apollo and a message from him and some ideas about how to connect with him. So I really loved that, Anita. Thank you. All right, our Bitch Scopes from Miss Kelly McLean. So she brings us Bitch Scopes for the month, but then she's giving us a weekly update as well, which I think is pretty great because, well, I need it. My memory's definitely not going to stretch that long. So, all righty. But she has some great points, so definitely worth looking into. I'm just going to read what she says about today. She says, on June 18th, Saturn sextile Neptune. You've had a few hours to digest some things. You understand where the limits are, and Saturn's influence will allow you to feel strong and believe in yourself. Take some good notes. You may need them late this week. Good notes. No. Okay. Yes. Okay. June 18th as well, Mercury conjunct Mars in Cancer. Your thinking will be sharp and you may be inspired, no driven, to make your dreams come true. Watch for aggression in your words though. Once again, write down your brilliant thoughts for use later this week. Damn it. Okay, there is some journaling to be done today, right? Which is so funny because I have had, just here in the last half an hour or so before the show, I had a huge download of things that I want to do with Luminous, actually, and I'm really excited about it, and she's probably right. I better write them down because you know where those go. Yeah. Alrighty, Julie's Gems. Julie, of course, brings us a soul collage card every week, and the card is pretty cool, and I think she said this came from a friend. It's pretty neat. So it's a card called Let's Create. This card says, to me, I am the one who just wants to play and create new pathways inside and outside of myself and for Mother Earth. I liked the message a lot. The card is cool. This is really neat because this is handmade art that she's showing us. Whether she made it or somebody else did, it's neat. Okay, Laura, I'm gonna answer this right now, Laura, because I have some thoughts. She says, I hate journaling. Why is that? Okay, here's my thought on it. I think it's boring as hell. That's what I think. And it isn't, right? It isn't. But yes, it is. I don't like sitting down and writing so much. And this is why it takes me forever to get a book out and stuff, because it's boring. It's not boring thinking about it. To me, the daydreaming about it is exciting. When I plan the article in my head or think about the stuff I want to do, you know, right here, I'm all jazzed up. But when I have to sit down and write it down, it gets mundane. So here's my suggestion to you, Laura, because I know you like to walk. I know you like to be out in your yard. I know you like to exercise. I know you like to move yourself. Try using a voice app on your phone, and rather than sit down and write it, speak it. Google is great for this. Google Docs is really great for this. If you just download Google Docs on your phone, it has to be associated, I think, to your Gmail account, but you probably have one because who doesn't? And that is a really easy way to do a little bit of talking. Guys, I'm going to shut my window. There's a whole bunch of sirens coming past. I don't think we have to listen to that, right? Okay. Yes. Yeah, Laura says, me too. I can write in my head. So it's easier to voice text it. So there's two ways to do it. One is to do it in a very clean way where you say, you know, I don't know. Now I don't know what to say. You would say something like, you know, this full moon was transformational for me, period. I enjoyed the blah, 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 new paragraph. You can speak all of those commands so that it's pretty well edited when you're done. Or you can just talk your heart out and then go back later and add all of that stuff, all of the editing later if you want to. Or maybe you don't. If you're just writing it for yourself, does it have to have all of that? For me, it does. My mother was a teacher. I didn't get away with any kind of bad grammar or lack of punctuation. There's no way I could do it. I would have to go back and fix it. But maybe you don't. And that's good. That's fine. That's actually really great. So do it however you choose to do it. But I really highly recommend it. It's a great way to get your thoughts out of you and onto paper. So I love it. Alrighty, so that's Luminous this week. I hope that you guys found some gems in there and loved it. A little birdie told me that we're getting another new contributor here in the next week or two. So I'm so excited. Tammy wants to know where the Pride event is at. This one is in Pocatello. The Idaho Falls Pride event is the weekend after, but we are not going to be around. So we have to go to this one if we're going to Pride this year. And we're going to Pride this year. So we're going to Pokey. So that's where it's at this weekend. But again, Tammy, you could wait for the next weekend to go to Idaho Falls too. You just do what you want. But if you come to Pocatello, make sure I see you. I want to give you a mom hug, Tammy. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Just taking a quick peep in the chat room. Oh, we've got so much going on today. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the weekly reading. So this is the Ground, Bless, Protect, and Move reading from my deck. And of course, this is 5 cards with 5 suggestions to help you to nurture your spirit this week. So the ground card this week is the tree. So grounding with trees, easy peasy, right? Go outside, sit with your back against a tree or wrap your arms around a tree. Breathe, breathe, breathe with the tree. Just keep breathing until you feel like your pulse is matching up to that of the tree, that your energy is melding with the tree. Really allow your energy to run deep into the roots of the tree to help you to ground. So easy, so brilliant, so organic. Really love this method. It's a really good one, by the way, if you have an upset. Like, have you ever had an incident where you had maybe a confrontation or a situation that you cannot stop thinking about? Maybe you ended up in a little confrontation online, or maybe at work, or with a family member, or maybe you saw something upsetting, you know, maybe you saw an accident or an animal get hit or something that just, you know, is staying with you. Try the tree method. Try to sit with the tree. Allow the energy from that to ground into the roots of the tree, to slip away from you. The tree will take that energy and recycle it for you. That's their natural inclination. You can certainly talk to them about it and ask them to help you as well. But you can really help shed yourself of quite a bit of that loop, you know, to help break that pattern so that you're not just thinking and thinking and thinking about it. That's a tough place to be, a really tough place to be. We had a lot of softball games last night, and you know, Scott's coaching 2 teams this year, and his younger team had some really unfair calls. A brand new umpire that I think umps baseball usually, and baseball and softball rules are different, and they ended up with some really unfair stuff, and they got beat by 1,000,000 points anyway. So it didn't help that they had some really rough calls with an umpire that, you know, when challenged on them, you know, to explain that rule, basically couldn't. And anyways, it is what it is. I mean, in any sport where you have an official, there's going to be times when you don't agree with the call, and that's fine. But this was kind of over the top stuff, rules that aren't rules, or very basic rules not being enforced, just the stuff, you know. So he came home last night and just could not stop thinking about it and how frustrated he was on the part of his kids, because this is a young team that's already struggling And then to end up with a game like that where they can't even get basic fair calls. He was just frustrated. That's normal. But that loop ran all night. He couldn't stop. It went on and on and on. And I think I was too sleepy probably to give good advice. I should have sent him outside, right? To go sit with the trees for a while. It would have helped. But that's that kind of loop I'm talking about, where you just can't stop thinking about it, maybe talking about it, you can't get over it. Try grounding with a tree. It does make a big difference. All right, the bless card this week is the sacral chakra. How do you bless the sacral? Well, you put your hands over it. The sacral is below your belly button. For women, that's your womb. And you speak to it whatever you want to bless it with. The sacral is about creativity. It's about joy. It's about sexuality. So think about what you need to balance your sacral to help give you a better sense of balance within you. And that's a really good start. I always like to anoint chakra blessings with an essential oil. So for the sacral, I really like orange oil or tangerine oil. Sandalwood oil is another good one. Or something totally different if that's what resonates with you. There's no wrong answer, of course. The protect card this week is the brick wall. So, easy enough. Whatever it is that is in your sphere, in your space that you're not feeling great about, you know, maybe this is your boss. I always pick on bosses. It's so unfair. Maybe it's, your mother-in-law. That's another culprit. I am so unfair. Some people have wonderful mother-in-laws. Some people have wonderful bosses. I get it. That's great. But if you don't, or maybe it's a coworker, maybe it is your next door neighbor, whatever. Visualize building a huge brick wall in between yourself and that person, just to help protect you from them and give you some space. Okay? Easy enough. All right, the walk card. The move card is walk. Get out and walk a little. Even if it's just around your yard, that's fine. Or maybe there's a local walking trail or path that you like. Or maybe you want to go explore something totally different this week. You decide, but get yourself out and walk. The boost card is the daydream card. I really love this card. Daydream or dream all day. You need a break to rest and rejuvenate. Your mind, body, and spirit need a jammy day. So make sure that you're getting a little rest this week and giving your thoughts a little bit of time to travel. That's always important. And it's another great piece of spiritual self-care for sure. Okay, let's go ahead and do our singing bowl work. And then we can really get into the doing just some fun readings here. So it's going to be great. All right. I have brought to the party a crystal singing bowl. This is a solar plexus bowl. What I would like to do is help you to amp up your light. What I have found from quite a few of you here in the past few days is that self-doubt has been kind of high. And I don't like that. I know that absolutely anything is possible with you guys. I know that you can accomplish your goals and your dreams. I know that magic surrounds you because I see it with you guys every day. So I thought it would be maybe fun, right? But mostly useful to help to turn up your light. So your solar plexus is the chakra above your belly button. It is yellow. And I want to see it out in front of you. I want to see it about the size of a volleyball. I want to see it rotating one way or another. And I want to see it bright as the sun, right? So if it's flat, if it is concave, I've seen that before. If it's dull, you might not be in your best energy. Maybe you're not really in your best personal power right now. Maybe your self-esteem has taken a hit. Let's see what we can do to help fix it on an energetic level so that it can then repair on an emotional level, right? All right, so I'm going to play the bowl twice. The first time is just an opportunity to be able to bring that balance in. So I will play the bowl, and all I want you to do is focus your consciousness on your solar plexus. Allow the frequency of the singing bowl to permeate your solar plexus, just clearing and releasing and absorbing anything that you're carrying there that isn't in your highest and best good. So we'll do that first. So let's go. Okay, so that's the first piece. I will say that for me, it took a while. I kept thinking, why am I still playing? Shouldn't I be done yet? No, you should keep going. I finally felt it shift in me. For me, it felt like anxiety shifting out of my belly. And it may have felt totally different to you, and there's no wrong answer, but that felt really good, actually. So now we're going to play it again. And this time, I would like you to really focus on allowing your light to start shining brighter, getting brighter and brighter with every rotation of the bowl, every frequency that hits you, that you're just allowing your light to get brighter and brighter and brighter until you are really emanating the light of the sun from your belly. So we'll do that now. Love it. Okay, good. So I hope you felt your light intensifying. I hope that you felt your confidence growing, your personal power initiating. Watch out, world. We're sorry, not sorry, right? That felt really good. That's awesome. Okay. Well, now that we've got that under control, let's move on and have some fun. There was a reading in the online. Oh no, hold on. Okay. I wanted to get to a reading here. Okay, so this is Shaylin. She said, Justin and I have two possible homes. One is a purchase with a lot of work. I like it for the warehouse with Himalayan salt stuff. And the other is a home for rent. Justin likes, it doesn't need any work. Okay, so let's feel into it. I'm really leaning towards the second house too, actually, Shaylin. The one that that Justin likes. Well, let me ask why. They're saying that the house that is for sale needs more work than is visible, and that you would end up with an enormous investment into that home that might not be immediately available to do, and you'd find yourself working on this house for years to get what you really wanted out of it. But it sounds to me like there may be some structural or electrical issues, or plumbing, something like that we can't really see, we don't really know about, like from at first blush, that would actually cost you an epic amount of money. So sounds like you really may consider getting on Team Justin with this one and going with that home. It doesn't mean you won't buy your own home eventually. I know that you will, but I don't think this is it. Do what you want with that. Alrighty. Okay, climbing into the chat room here. Alrighty. Okay, so Elizabeth, I'm overjoyed. She says, thanks for the reading last month. I got a new job at my hospital. I will move to another department as their financial analyst. Still waiting on a start date, but it should be next month. Yeah, it will, sometime around the 14th. Oh, that is so exciting. I'm so excited for you, Elizabeth. This is such a long time coming. Yeah, I know. You have waited. You have been patient. You have been impatient. You have been disgusted. You have manifested your little tail off, and here you go. I'm so happy to hear that. Congratulations. I think you're going to like the job. It may be, you're going to have to stand up. You're going to have to be pretty tough. I think you'll have to, sorry, not sorry, right along with me, right? But I think actually you'll like it. Overall, you're going to really like it. So good. Marlene said, if you have time, I would love a summer solstice reading to see what's in store for me as we move through the season. Okay, Marlene. So what cards? So if you're just joining us, I should tell you, I have a plan today. I have 4 decks of cards in front of me. I have Mo Tarot from our very own Mo Abdelbaki. I have the Kindred Spirits Energy Oracle deck from Christy Brower. I have Swery Spirituality from Kelly McLean. And I have the Whispers of Love deck from Angela Hartfield. Right here. Oh, I don't have the back. Hold on. How do you work this thing? There we go. Right here. So these, of course, are all decks from people right here in the 1-2 family. And I thought it would be really fun to use their decks today to pull some cards. So that's what we're doing. So Marlene, that leaves me wondering. Yeah, I'm going to take a Mo Tarot card. Now, reading Mo's Tarot deck is fun for me because you guys know, or maybe you don't know, but I don't read tarot. Not in like the traditional sense like Mo does. Like he's a master and I'm not, but I really love his deck. So mine is interpretive, of course, not based on my knowledge of the suits because I don't have one. How's that? So it's intuitive and that's fine. There's lots of ways to do things, right? All right, so Marlene, I'm pulling you a card from Mo's deck. I'm pulling you a Swery Spirituality card because what I'm hearing that you need a little extra sass and Kelly is the person to give it to you. So a Swery Spirituality card. Alrighty. And you know what, for the hell of it, I think I'm going to go ahead and pull an energy oracle card for you as well. So okay. All right, Marlene. So this is a summer solstice reading, meaning that we're looking at what you need to know for the summer solstice moving through it. So let's start with the Mo Tarot card. Okay, it is the 5 of Discs, and the message on the card is worry, and the picture on the card is of money, of coins, okay? All right, so this tells me that there is a period of time here where concern about money is high. That's not a premonition or, a prediction that things with money are going to be rough. I believe this has to do with your art and your work. It's a heads up that you want to be very clear with anyone who is selling your work and with what you're doing, that you are getting paid what you should be, and that you are really clean with all of your relationships with people that are selling your art. You may also need to reach out for a few more venues to be selling your pieces. So that's the message from Mo Tarot. All right, the message from the Kindred Spirits Energy Oracle deck is the Breakthrough card. So if you guys are in the live stream, I'm holding them up so that you guys can see them. This is such a neat card. Christy's cards are fractal art, and she has created all of the art. They're just so cool. That looks like a lionfish to me, personally. I think it's very cool. All right, the primary message is opportunity, release, opening, epiphany, and new information. The challenge could be resistance, fear, tension, denial. There's that fear again, right? So we're really going to work on this. All right. The crystal would be clear calcite if you'd like a crystal to connect with. The meditation is, I am open to new information. I face change and release roadblocks. Cool. So we're going to work on releasing fear. We're going to work on being very clear with your work and that you're being paid what you should be and that you know exactly what's happening with anyone who is selling your stuff or working with you. All right. We're not going to give into the energy of fear. If we're a little worried about stuff, we're going to start brainstorming. I feel like you'll have some new ideas this summer for how to maybe market your work or places to sell your work or display your work that is going to be really useful for you. All right. And then the Sweary Spirituality card from Kelly. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the card in the live stream first. This is the bitch card. Okay. It also, I have to tell you, Marlene, the hashtag is fear no word. There's that fear word again. Fear no word as in don't fear the word bitch. But again, for you, we are going to obliterate fear this summer. It will not be allowed to live at your house. Here's what this card says. B, badass. I, individual. T, that. C, carries. H, herself. Bitch. Badass individual that carries herself. I love it. Kelly, you are the best. And you know what, Marlene? That's an awesome reminder to you that that's who you are. You don't have to get bowled over or overwhelmed by stronger personalities, or stronger is not the right word, by more overwhelming personalities. You stand up for yourself. You get what's yours and you take good care of yourself and you honor your work. All right. So you may have to be a toughie this summer, it sounds like, but you know what? You got this. All right. Okay, this is fun. I told you guys we were going to have some fun. Very good. Okay. Maureen said she's very weepy this full moon. Okay, let's take a peek. I want to pull a Whispers of Love card for you. So this is from Angela Hartfield's deck, Whispers of Love. So let's take a look at that first. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, but I also want to pull for you a Mo Tarot card. So let's do that. Okay, I will admit, I wish I was a little bit faster. If my desk was bigger, I could just have these cards spread out. I could maybe be a little quicker, but I guess good things are worth the wait, right, Marlene? Everyone, right? Right. Okay. I'm probably most impatient with myself, so it's probably fine. All righty, here we go. All right. I love Mo. I love these cards. Okay, actually, we're going to go with the Whispers of Love card first, though. Okay, the card, it says, practice compassion, see things from a different perspective. I want to show it to you. It is so freaking gorgeous. And again, if you're in the live stream here in the chat room, then you're seeing the cards because I'm pulling them up and showing them to you. So pretty. Practice compassion, and that's for yourself. For yourself. You know what, Marlene? I do not think that you have been shown the compassion that you have given others. I feel like you have had doors slammed in your face a few times and that you've had some pretty cruel and ridiculous treatment. And I think that there's probably been moments where you were tempted to believe that you deserved that or that was okay, and it isn't. I want you to show yourself a high level of compassion. I want you to forgive yourself for anything that you feel like in your past might not be your best moment. But more than anything, I want you to make sure that the universe knows and that the people around you know that you will be treated with kindness and compassion, or you're out, because that's who you are. You don't put up with poor treatment. Maybe you did in the past, but you don't anymore. All right, the card is, it's the Aeon, and I don't know what that means, but it is, see what we have? It's dinosaurs, and that looks to me like the Big Bang, right? Do you see it? That's the meteorite striking the earth. All right, that speaks to me of some big change coming. I feel like there is a premonition in you. I think that you are already feeling some change that is moving through you and moving through your life that hasn't actually reared its head yet. I think that's what the weepiness of the full moon is about. You have started a process of letting go of something you didn't know you were going to let go of. I don't think this is a bad thing. I don't want you to be afraid. I feel like this is something that you'll go, yes, I was ready for that change. This is a very good thing for me. But you are someone who feels everything very deeply. And so it may be uncomfortable here for a minute, and it's okay. Yep. All right. Okay, it's Sheila's birthday. She would love a birthday reading. Oh my goodness. Heck yeah. All right. Well, Sheila, because it's your birthday, I want to pull from all 4 decks for you. So let's do this. All right. So a Mo Tarot card. You guys know that Mo did all of the art on his cards. It's seriously, it's a huge deck. I believe it's a 72 card deck. He did the back, he did it all. It's super impressive. And my producer just peeked into my ear to let me know that Mo is actually working on a 2nd deck right now. So how fun is that? I love it. All right, an energy oracle card from Christy for you, Sheila. Again, I do wish this was a little faster process, but I guess it just is what it is. All right, a Sweary Spirituality card from Miss Kelly. All right, and lastly, a Whispers of Love card from Angela. You know, Angela has like, I think 5 decks, something like that. And if you guys don't have her decks, they are so beautiful. You can get them from Blue Angel. Her publisher is Blue Angel, and she has gorgeous stuff. Yeah, she has one deck actually that is impossible to get. It was a very limited run. It only came out overseas. And because Scott is a huge fanboy of Angela, she actually sent him a signed deck, which was so cute of her. And he loves it. She had to find it. She didn't even have any. So if you find one of those, you're really, really cutting something. All right. So Angela's card says, demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. So I'm going to show you. And her artist, by the way, is Josephine Wall. And she does such incredible work. All right. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. So, Sheila, service. So part of your birthday year this year will be to find yourself engaging in service. And I know that you already do that. There just may be a little bit more of that. All right, the Mo Tarot card is the 7 of Discs. He's juggling. This is like a mime on a stage, juggling, or a juggler on a stage, juggling. The message on the card is failure. The message I have for you on that, Sheila, is that this year, getting very balanced in your life, getting very balanced in the expectations that you have on yourself, and allowing yourself to give up potentially some things that are maybe too much for you any longer, or that are just time to let go of. And so it's not really about failure for you. It's just about allowing yourself to close some chapters when you need to. All right, the energy oracle card, Sheila, is the pause card. I'll show you that. The primary message is slow down, stop and think, get more information, wait, be sure. The challenge is moving too fast, acting without thinking, or being impulsive. The crystal is red jasper with hematite. The meditation is I pause to reflect, making sure I have all of the information before I act. So while there's change, while we're going to stop juggling quite so many plates, you don't have to do anything right now. You can just be contemplating that and be giving yourself permission to allow for some change. And then the Sweary Spirituality card says, sometimes saying nothing is the most powerful expression. Yeah, I love that. And I think this has to do with work and not being willing to play in the drama. All right. Well, we have done what we do. We've talked down to the end of the show. Thank you, everybody, for playing. It's been a fun hour. Don't forget to come back next week, same place, same time, for my birthday giveaway show. I want to give you something. So come and celebrate my birthday with me. I will also have a special time-based service with a very special price to celebrate my birthday. So if you want to get a reading from me, that would be a great way to do it. But of course, I will be over at One to Listen for the rest of the day and evening and the rest of the week. So come and see me if you need anything. You guys, thank you so much for being here. You've been listening to The Katie Weaver Show here on 1-2 Radio, where we're changing the way you listen to the world.